Well, hello, race fans. We're here with Carter Standerfer. Carter Standerfer drives the number 14 Dirt Car Pro Modified. Carter, I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to sit down and do this. This may not be in everybody's wheelhouse, but I appreciate you taking some time to sit down and have a talk with us.
Well, I'm excited to do it, and I appreciate you having me on, and really appreciate everything you do for dirt racing and promoting it.
Yeah. So we did a poll on our Speedway page, and you were actually requested. So you must be famous, bud.
I don't know who wants to hear from me, but see what good I have to say.
Well, you got fans already, so that's a good deal.
Yep, it's awesome. Everybody supporting, and it's like a family.
Yeah. So for anybody that doesn't know, let's start out with the basics. Who are you? Where do you live? Age, hometown, all that kind of stuff.
Well, I'm Carter Standerfer, and I'm from Sullivan, Illinois, 16 years old, about to turn 17, and I just love dirt racing and everything that goes with it.
Do you have any hobbies besides dirt racing?
Well, used to, and then got really into dirt racing, and that's all I want to do, 24/7, and whatever it takes to do that.
You're 16, do you have a job?
Yep. During the summertime, I work construction, and then I also run on Sundays. I've got about 13 yards that I mow and do a little landscaping on the side and work construction all week.
So you got a landscape company?
Yep.
Okay. What all does that do?
Mainly I'll take care of mowing and weed eating every week, and then messing with flower gardens and moving bricks and just small on the side jobs.
So all the little landscaping stuff, you're good with that?
Yep.
How long have you done that?
I started doing that when I was like 12, and kind of got some more yards, and then this summer needed a little bit more money to go racing, so got a construction job full time during the summer, and still do the landscaping on the side.
So what's that like owning a company? I mean, you're kind of playing it off like it's not that big of a deal, but I mean, it's sort of, for all your customers, if you don't mow their grass, it's going to be a big deal.
Well, that's true.
So, what's that like, being as young as you are, owning a company that's doing that kind of stuff for people?
Oh, I'm a busy person, so I like being on the go 24/7, and I really enjoy I like working outside, and it's not really like too much like a job, just mowing yards.
Well, they say if you find a job you love, you'll never work again in your
That's
life.
right.
The construction, you have any areas of specialty, or you?
So my dad's got a business and specializes in putting up commercial steel buildings, and a lot of what we do is like a lot of the Sloan implements around. Mm-hmm. We've put up a lot of those buildings, and Midwest meters. We were in Edinburgh all summer this year, so it was kind of perfect during the week. It was about 20 minutes from Springfield, so I could run up to Hoosier and get my parts. And
you're not supposed to need a lot of parts, bud.
Well,
sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
Are you still in school then, high school?
Yep, I'm a junior.
Okay. So. You got a lot packed into your life, bud.
Well, it's fun. I like being busy, and yep.
With the landscaping, what do you push snow in the wintertime, or you just?
I don't. Just in the summer, really, is summer and fall.
What gets you through the wintertime?
These. Building race cars.
There's plenty of that.
Yep.
So how did you get in, speaking of the race cars, how did you get into racing?
So when I was probably 12, my family's not into it at all or anything.
Okay.
And my next door neighbors were going to watch the Herald and Review 100 at Macon. And I was like, well, heck, I'll hop in the truck and go. And I went, and my buddy was ready to go home after the heat races, and I didn't want to leave. And after that, I was just hooked. And then I found out Colin Shane from my school raced, and started talking to him, and started going over their shop, which they were right behind my house, and I've spent lots and lots of time over there. And they took me in and worked on their crew for probably 4 years, and then decided I wanted to go racing.
Okay. So I'm assuming you knew Colin at school anyway, but you guys are 12, and so you don't really make the connection of all the racing until you go to the races, and then you start talking about it, and then so you've been hooked with the Shanes for quite some time.
Yep, me and Colin have been like brothers since then. So
they're pretty good people. So you could have hung out with worse. I know Colin and David and Grandpa, I guess they call him Grandpa Chuck.
Yep. They're all
pretty
great
good
people.
So,
yep.
Yeah. So you worked for, I'm assuming you helped David on the modified.
Yep.
Did you get in on any of the micro sprint stuff?
It's still racing, but it's not the modifieds to me. Colin was running that pro mod and David's modified, and that's what really interests me. I like the micro racing, but just not quite as much as I like.
Well, that was kind of my thing. As young as you were, about the same age as Colin, I was interested to hear why you chose that route versus the micro sprint route with your buddy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It just, I don't know. It was what grabbed me, and I mean, if micros are what's racing, I'll go watch them.
Sure.
But if modifieds are racing, that's where I want to be.
So that's what got you hooked. Your first race at the Herald Review 100 at Macon.
Yep. It was
12.
I remember just watching those first laps and being like, this is it.
So you start helping, okay, and you're helping them for a while. What flipped the switch? It's like, I got to drive.
Probably the first lap I ever saw made at the Herald in Review. I was like, that just looks awesome.
So you were just using the Shanes to get involved because you knew at some point I want to get behind the wheel.
Well, no, but they taught me a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. Without them, I couldn't be doing this.
I see that a lot in racing. We're always eager to get other people involved, so we try to reach out and help and teach, and So you knew when you saw the first, like, you'd never been before.
I'd never been.
NASCAR on TV or anything?
I'm not sure I'd ever saw a race car make a lap, and went that first night and just
fans, invite a 12-year-old kid, because you never know. We may be sitting down with them 4 years from now, having an interview after their season of racing.
I could have never, if you would have said then what this would be now, I wouldn't have believed you.
When you come home from that race, are you talking to your dad, or are you saying, hey, this was cool, you need to go, I want to drive?
I think since about that night, he's probably got tired of me talking about it 24/7 since then. I go in, he'll be ready to go to sleep, and I bother him about race cars for an extra 40 minutes.
Of course, he's in construction, all right, and much mechanical background in his?
He'd never done any mechanic, and he said he tried changing his oil one time when he was about 16, spilled it all over the place, and called his mechanic in a career at that point.
You're busting through all sorts of glass ceilings. Your family's not in racing, which most of the time I talk to drivers, that's how they got in, their family. Your dad's not, I'm not talking bad about him, but he's not wildly mechanically inclined.
Yep.
And so you're having to do that, convince him to go racing. I just spent some time talking to him. He's obviously into this.
Yeah,
so I mean, you've really flipped him around.
He's flipped the switch. That first day I went racing, he didn't even ride over in the truck with me. They were doing something, and I pulled the truck and the trailer over there, and he showed up right before qualifying, and he'd never come into the shop or anything, and now he's in here about every night with me, and he's really enjoyed learning about it too, and I've enjoyed all the time I've got to spend with him.
I mean, if it isn't fun, it won't last. Right?
Well, yeah. Me and him have a lot of fun.
Have you raced anything besides Dirt Car Pro Mods?
I've practiced David's A mod one time in about the middle of the season, but other than that, that's the only car I've drove.
That A mod pretty much the same as the B mod, was it?
No. I got in there and it had, I think, a 406 in it, and from that crate motor, it was
a little bit more under the right foot there, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine. Where was your first race at?
Charleston Speedway.
Oh, okay.
So, yep.
Early May?
This
year?
May 26th,
Okay.
I think. It was right. I think school ended on a Friday and went racing that Saturday.
It was tough to get going this year.
There was a lot of
rain outs, and so your first race was at Charleston.
Yep.
Okay. Well, cool. I'm gonna put that in the old history books.
So we finished that car the night before and bled the clutch on it and went out and took it around my neighborhood, actually. And
you live in town or out of town?
I live out of town, but it's in a neighborhood. But the neighbors probably, they already probably thought I was crazy, but that probably confirmed it.
Country neighbors are more forgiving than city neighbors.
Well, that's true. But then pulled out on the track the first time, and took me about a quarter of a lap to get the thing into high gear, and then after that it was just
So
it was a blast.
For anybody that, is wondering, I'm wondering, you go from 12, never been to a racetrack, 16, now you're behind the wheel. It's your very first night. Obviously, your nerves are probably a wreck. Describe for anybody watching or listening what that's like.
Well,
Kind of what you went through and all the things.
During the winter when we were building it, I really wasn't too nervous. And then it came about a week before I knew it was going to be time to get going. And the car got my wrap on it, which made it a little bit more real feeling. And then I was nervous all week. And the night before, couldn't go to sleep. And then the next day, I figured out I was going to have to pull the trailer over there by myself, and it's a 28-foot enclosed, so I was just nervous about that all day. And then showed up to the race. It was about a week of just being a ball of nerves.
You took a quarter of a lap. You finally got it in high gear. You mat the gas,
And
all that just goes away.
Yeah, once I got in that, really once I sat in the car, and I remember sitting in staging, and I figured I'd just be terrified. And I was just never felt so excited in my life.
So you line up for now. I've raced, qualified, side by side. That's a whole different animal. What's that like?
Well, probably should have gone and practiced once before I went into my first race, but I said, heck, we're just going to go do it. And that's what we did. And once I got in that car, I was just felt like home.
Awesome. Did the car handle good the first night?
Yeah, we worked, Ed Rowley set it up and we worked on it a lot during the winter.
Okay.
And he did a heck of a job. That thing was pretty easy to drive all year. We worked a couple things out during the season once I was getting faster. And
that's hard for a rookie to do, to come out of the gate and have the car even remotely close to handling.
Yeah.
So, if it did that, that's impressive.
All thanks go to Ed Rowley mainly on that deal. So we went, when I bought this car, it was an A-mod on 4-link and everything, and we took those bird cages off and made it 3-link and did the solid pull bar and had to change the lowers. And I mean, we changed everything on it. He did a heck of a job with it.
That changes a lot.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to have help like that. What's your connection with Ed?
David and Ed were buddies, and I'd never even met Ed before. And he came over to the Shane's shop to help with it because when he was racing B-Mod, he had a 2016 Bandit also.
Oh, yes.
And
that's
so
right.
he had a bunch of setup notes and helped me a lot this year.
Well, and you weren't racing A-Mod, so Ed didn't care. You weren't going to beat him.
Well, I need a couple more years to be competing with him.
Yeah. So everything went great that night. How did the night end?
Well, qualified, I was probably about a half second behind the pack, but then in the heat race, went and made 8 good laps, and then the feature, I passed a car, and then another car spun out, and I ended up getting them with my right front, and that ended the night, but got her
back
fixed
to those
up.
trips to Springfield.
Yep. It went through a lower and a spindle the first night out.
Ooh.
But, yep.
That's tough. So you didn't get to finish the feature then?
No, I think it was like lap 8 or so. But,
that stinks.
Yeah,
well, that's awesome. Well, you kept going. Obviously, you had. We were doing some digging, and it looks like you ran 25 races at 9 different racetracks.
Yeah, we did a lot of traveling and raced as much as I could. So.
I had Charleston, Macon, Farmer, Brownstown, Lincoln. You went to the Christian County Fair.
Yep.
Coles County, Red Hill, and I-55.
Yep.
So. How was the fair race?
Well, I had a really good night going. Went out and they didn't have transponders, so hot lapped and the car was just on a rail. And then went out in the heat race and think I started 3rd and got the lead on lap 1 and led every lap. And about 30 feet from the finish line coming out of turn 4, 3rd place got a little excited and took me in second out that night. And then been a center link, so got it fixed and then went out for the feature, but the center link stud was bent and so I couldn't turn right. And
gotcha.
Made some laps and pulled off, but it was a fun track.
Did you get a picture with the Ferris wheel in the background and your car in the forefront? That's always the big deal in a fair race.
We've got a couple cool pictures. I'm not sure if there's one of that, but that day was kind of it was a little bit of a mess leading up to it. It had rained a whole bunch.
Oh, that's right.
And then I just went.
Almost got canceled.
Yeah. I went over there by myself that night, and it was a downpour on the way over there, and it was a little sketchy, and blew a trailer tire about 5 miles from the track. So I said to heck with it and pulled it the rest of the way. And then pulling into the fairgrounds, there was all sorts of mud, and about 4 trucks were buried, and I matted it and then buried our truck. So had to get a tractor tractor peddled me out. But it's all worth it. It was a blast, those 8 laps.
Well, Charleston and Farmer are sort of similar. They're sort of similar to Brownstown. Lincoln, those are all. Macon's a bull ring.
Macon was a bull ring.
What was your experience like there?
It was a fun track. The night I went, I only went once. It was a little bit rough, but it was my second night I went there. But it was pretty fun.
Everybody struggled with rain this year.
Yeah.
Man, and it's just hard to have smooth tracks when you get all that rain.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. You went to Coles County. That's probably the smallest bull ring you went on.
Oh yeah, and I loved that place. That place was fun.
Well, you were invited to an invitational race, so that's got to make you feel good.
I was actually mowing. I think it was like a Wednesday night, or it was a weeknight, and I'd been wanting to go for. Well, I'd wanted to be in that race. Sure. It was pretty exciting, and some of my buddies actually, in a big group chat, that race came out. And they were like, let's get Carter invited. And they kept commenting, and I was thinking, there ain't no way. I'm just a rookie pro mod driver, you know. And I'd finished the yard, and I was driving home and opened up Facebook and just couldn't believe it.
You weren't driving and opening Facebook. That would be illegal.
Yeah, that's
over
true.
In a rest area.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah. Yeah, so what was that like when you saw that you'd been invited?
I really just couldn't believe it. I was in shock. I called Dad and was like, I think somebody's messing with me. They're doing AI stuff on here.
There's been a ton of AI stuff.
Oh, it's nuts.
Yeah. Well, how did your night go there?
It was pretty good. I had that crate motor in.
Yeah, so you're taking a knife to a gunfight.
Yeah, it was a pretty tacky track, but I think I qualified like 15th out of 20 some, and finished 5th in my heat. And with all them heavy hitters, it's just it was a stout field.
Yeah, for sure.
And then in the B main, it went pretty good. So, but just struggled a little bit with all those, all the heavy names.
Yeah.
But.
Well, you went to the smallest racetrack you raced on. It looked like your schedule took you to the biggest racetrack you raced on. Yep. You went clear down to Red Hill.
Yeah. So
that place is what, a half mile?
They say it's a 3/8, but it's not no 3/8. It's a big old track. Yeah. That I'd traded my crate motor for a 410 steel-headed open B mod engine, and which Dad didn't want me to do that because he didn't think I'd have it in to go back racing. But that week we had her pulled out and back in, and so Coles County was running Brownstown's rules, and so went and did that deal, and then Red Hills open B mod. And went down there, and that place was fast.
Was it fun?
Man, I had a blast on it.
Yeah.
Yep, that speed's just
big, long straightaways, big sweeping corners.
Yep.
Yeah. Went to I-55. Didn't look like you had very much luck at Peebly.
Well, yeah. So I'd forgot about the 60 on the right rear rule. The first night we went, there's 44 cars, and I qualified 4th. But got DQ'd for that 60 on the right rear. And then in the heat race, I went 10th to 4th that first night, and then started 3rd in the B main, I believe, and they took top 3 and finished 4th. And then the second night had finished 4th in my heat race too, and then 4th in the B main. I was just one spot out all weekend. It was that's a frustrating one.
It is. I've actually been there and done that, and there's nothing more frustrating than to be looking at the bumper of the guy you need to be in front of.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's tough. Going to all those different tracks, I know nobody's doing it all the same. What's that like, traveling from different place to different place like that? I
loved it. I loved being at new places, and felt like it made me better as a driver, traveling a little bit of everywhere. And I mean, everywhere's got mainly the same format, but there's things that are different here and there, and just really enjoyed seeing all the different places and appreciate all you promoters that give us a place to race.
It's
and
tough.
yeah, I know.
Was there anything that like pops in your head that you absolutely loved at one place over another place, or you absolutely didn't love at one place over another place? I mean, I don't want you to like pick and choose, but just for somebody that's never been to Red Hill,
I
wouldn't
loved
know anything about it.
I loved how close you guys are in Coles County. I mean, it's nice being able to get home in 30 minutes.
Sure.
And I mean, if I'm at a racetrack, I'm in heaven.
So it don't really matter.
Yeah. Red Hill was fast, and that was real fun. And just everywhere's a little different, and everywhere's fun to race at, if you ask me.
Well, according to your bio on my race pass, you like two things, Brownstown and steak.
Well, I love steak. I don't think any American can go wrong with a steak.
Well, what made you put Brownstown on your bio is what was so... I don't even remember filling that out. It's okay, whatever.
Yeah, just probably... I mean, I loved racing everywhere. But I do like... Brownstown's got a lot of banking to it.
Okay.
And I enjoy that a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. High bank gets to you.
Yeah. It's running that top. It's pretty fun.
Are you a tire chaser or are you a wall rider?
Well, I'm wherever. I really don't have a spot, but being on the top is a lot more fun.
Well, looking over your season, obviously you competed in a bunch of events, so that means you're able to go race, get your stuff turned around, and go to another race.
Yep.
You had 10 top 10s. You had 3 top 5s is what our records show.
Yep.
Didn't quite have a win yet, a feature win, but you did have some heat race wins.
Yep, had 2 heat race wins. So.
Yeah. When you were looking to the 2025 season, did you have any expectations? How did your season measure up to what you were planning?
For a rookie season, I was really happy with it. Just I wasn't expecting. I'm a competitive person, so if I'm putting something together, I want to go. I don't want to go run around the back. That's just not what I want to do. And I was pretty happy with it for a rookie season, and hoping maybe we can get a feature victory in 2026.
Well, like I said, 3 heat wins.
2 heat wins. Should have been 3.
Okay, I knew it was somewhere 2 or 3.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, that's a big deal.
Yeah,
especially in a rookie season.
That night at Lincoln, I was looking at the lineups, and Jeremy Nichols was in that heat, and so I'm thinking, I think I can finish second. There was a couple other good guys in there, but I was starting outside pole. Jeremy was starting third, I think, and Brady Reed was starting on the pole, and I got the jump, and never really looked back. I kept the last 2 laps. Jeremy got by Brady, and I kept seeing his nose, and I was getting a little nervous. I think my steering got a little squirrely once I started seeing him poking there because I wanted it real bad.
Yeah.
But and it was about a photo finish there at the line.
It's amazing how you remember all the intricate details of your first heat win.
Yeah,
I know who's on the pole, who's on.
And then the RPM box, those soft touch HEI boxes. Mine was mounted up. I'd accidentally mounted it upside down, and so Greg started looking at it, and it looked like we were reading Chinese, and we couldn't quite figure it out. And so we were debating what to do, and then JD Evans came over there, and he looked at it and turned his head, and he goes, "Well, it's upside down." And so Greg flipped it over, and it was reading the right RPM. So I got a little nervous right after.
So you owe JD. He saved the day.
JD did save the day on my first heat race.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a lot of races for a rookie season. How would you, when you look back, how did you manage to put all that together?
Well, it was a lot. It was pretty much just me in the shop every night. I'd have some buddies come by, but they were new to racing, and they helped me a lot. But especially at the beginning of the season when Dad wasn't really into it, and there was a lot of nights spent in this garage trying to get stuff figured out. And I'd known all the maintenance that needed to be done every week, and could get the car washed on Sundays, and I'd try to get it maintenance Monday and Tuesday, and then start fixing all the stuff I tore up. And
if you stop breaking stuff.
My buddies, Christian especially, he did a lot of tires for me this year, and I really appreciate that. And him and Jake and Colin. And then this year, Bryson Hill's been, this winter, he's been in the shop helping me a bunch.
Okay.
And so
you
just,
got 4 or 5 guys.
yep.
Do you play sports at high school, or you?
I played freshman and sophomore year football, and it was all right, but I didn't really love it. And I'd be sitting at practice thinking, well, heck, I could be at a racetrack watching somewhere, putting a car together right now. And then I got a car and was like, I don't have no time
No
for
time
football.
for that. Are a
Yep.
lot of your buddies from team sports, or are they just?
I've got a lot of buddies at school, but then it's crazy too, all the people you meet at the racetrack.
Yeah.
Just all the kids I race against, Drake
Mhm.
Compton.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a bunch of them. Cade Ballinger, just great people that you meet. And
Yeah, it
become
is a lot like
brothers
a
with.
family.
Yep, it really is.
And that's one of the things that I really like about it. Just people that are willing to help.
Everybody
Okay.
will help everybody, really.
Now, when you start beating them, expect for that river to sort of dry up just a little bit. You already said you enjoy going to watch just as much as you enjoy racing.
Well, I'd much rather be racing.
Okay.
But, I mean, I'll go watch a race too, but I'd much rather, I mean, if I've got to sit in the car or sit in the garage on Friday night to get the car fixed rather than go watch somewhere, that's
Yeah.
what I'm going to do to go race Saturday.
I saw you went and watched the dome race. I
Yep.
heard that you went to the shootout.
Yep.
What were those experiences like? No, you raced all summer. Now you're on the side of the spectator. What's that like?
Well, I mean, heck, at the dome, I'd much rather be in the car.
Sure.
And then Tulsa, a buddy that I met, he's a micro racer, Reed Whitney. He sent me, well, actually, me and Colin had gone up to DeQuoin.
Mhm.
They were having that indoors race up there for micros. We get stir crazy not watching race cars go in
Right.
circles, And so we went up there and started talking to Reed a little bit more. And he's like, well, if you want to go to the Tulsa shootout with me, I got a spot. And so I really appreciate it. He took me
yeah.
up there. And, well, Heath, your brother,
Yeah.
he was running a TW car. And so
Yeah.
we all hung out together, and it was a good time.
Yeah, that's a whole different situation, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
a full week. You're starting at 9 a.m. You're ending at 10 o'clock at night. and
It's a
just
lot.
nonstop.
It's a lot. I went up there 2 or 3 times with the Shanes too. And about every time you go, you say, well, I'm not sure I want to come back. It's just a long old week of watching cars. But every year I go back,
Yeah.
it seems like it's fun. It's a good
It is.
experience.
Yeah. Do you ever? Was there any low points this year where you were like, man, I wish I was playing football, or man, I wish I was playing basketball? This racing deal ain't for me.
Well, this racing deal, it's definitely for me. But I mean, there's some nights where, well, this shop doesn't have AC, and it's a Saturday and you're in here and it's 110 degrees
Yeah.
and you're all stressed out trying to get a car ready to go.
Yeah.
And I mean, racing's a lot of work, but I wouldn't trade it for the world.
No regrets.
No regrets. I love it.
That's awesome. Well, take a minute. Thank your sponsors. I know you've mentioned some of the individual names of people that have helped you out this year, but I know it also takes a huge financial supporting.
Absolutely. And I was so lucky this year. My whole community, there's a lot of businesses around here, and a lot stepped in.
Yeah.
And I made sure I could.
You got a note.
Yep.
Read it, buddy.
So Grooms Farms, Moultrie County Pest Control, Sullivan Service Center, Castle Concrete, Lane Services, Sully's Tap House, J&R Polishing, Sullivan Marina, Kraus Concepts, Ace Hardware, Central Sewer and Water, Schumann Brothers, Transport Services, Phil Jesse with State and Madison Construction, Earl Walker Company, Midstate Tank, Maori Excavation, Yoder Farm and Drainage. And then this year, I've already, Paul's Crane Services, Zach Bernhard, reached out and got a hold of me and to sponsor me for this year. And then I had an uncle that has Whistle Stop Saloon. It's a bar in Altamont, and it's a real cool place. Got pool tables, and there's all sorts of stuff to do. And he's really helped me out a lot this year. They've got poker that they host on Sundays, and it'd be a great place for you guys to go check out. And then my dad, I begged for years and years to get one of these, and eventually he gave in. And I mean, really, my whole family, my grandpa Jim and Juju, and my grandparents, John and Jenna, and my uncle Zach, my nanny Pam. She helped out a lot. And I mean, there's just been local guys too that have bought me pit passes. Derek Eaton, and a guy that's up there at McDonald's every morning, George Selby. That first day I told him I was going racing, he covered my entry.
Oh, nice.
So it's just, there's a lot of people that have helped me out. And I mean, like throughout the year, Jeremy Nichols gave me a lot of help. The Shanes gave me a lot of help. And then Jordan Smith with JSR, he did me a lot of solids. And it's just, nobody can do this by themselves. It just takes a family, and I've been really lucky. All the support that has been given my way, and I just can't express how thankful I am for all the people that have really helped me out.
Well, it's awesome that you have that many that are supporting you. That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah,
a lot of responsibility because you want to make them all look good.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yep.
So, Dirt Car sort of shook up the pro modified rules for 2026.
They did.
They're going to allow open motors and new shocks, different shocks. Is that going to change your program much? What is your take on that? And then what are your plans for 26?
So my plans for 2026 is I bought David Chain's car, and it's on 4-link, and I think I'm going to run it. I've got that 410 motor that I traded for, and so going to do the open B mod racing with it, and then race A mods with it, I think a little bit locally. And then I've got my car from last year. I had 2 transmissions and 2 seats, and I was like, well, we might just go big this year.
Boy.
And so I was really happy with their engine rules because I had a block, a crank, rods sitting around. I've got a cam, pistons, and I've got a class that I go to in the mornings where we put together motors in Decatur. And so we're putting together a 358 for the Pro Mod. And then their shock rule that they came out with, I was kind of on the fence about that because it was 14 series AFCO shocks that we ran. I don't know. In my opinion, it just kind of kept the playing field even.
Yeah.
And they were really inexpensive. I mean, you could go buy a shock for $100, and now they open it up. And in my opinion, I don't know, that crate motor made it a little more expensive, and so they were trying to get down on it. But now these shocks are making it a little more expensive, and I would have rather just been all on the same playing field rather than trying to outspend each other on shocks. But at the same time, I understand what they were doing because so many racers were complaining about.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd have left rears go dead all the time, but at the same time, they were just inexpensive shocks that you could change out consistently if you wanted to, and inexpensive and real simple.
The one of the nicest things I can say and think that actually happened was, if your car was legal in 25, it's legal in 26. So you don't have to do anything.
Yeah, which that's a good thing.
Yeah, and then hopefully it'll allow some other guys to come in and run the division as well.
Which I really believe it will. I think it'll draw in some cars to tracks like Charleston and local pro mod tracks that were at Brownstown and Tri-City and places a little farther away that were running that open B mod deal, because some of them had 355s and 358s. And I mean, they've got where you can lock your 4-link now, and I think it's a little bit more interchangeable to travel around with the rules that they made.
Yeah.
Them guys can leave their shocks on. And
Are you going to try to hit 9 tracks again this year?
I'm going to try to hit a lot more than 9 tracks this year. We're going to, I'm planning, I love racing, and I'd like to, after this year, I'll be graduated.
Okay.
So I'm really hoping to go get on a late model team and travel around and do that for a couple years. And so this will probably be my last year for just a little bit, so I can go travel and learn a lot more and just do it while I'm young.
Get exposed to it.
Yeah. And so I'm going to try to do as much racing as I can, and we're going to do some traveling.
Well, you mentioned Cade. That's what he's trying to do. Has he landed anything yet?
Yeah.
Oh, he did?
He's got a job lined up. So,
awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, we were going to give a plug and say, hey, go hire Cade, but he's already got a job.
Yep,
so that's
he's got
cool.
one.
So you're going to run some big B mod shows, maybe some A mod stuff, maybe some Pro mod stuff.
Yep. Gonna bounce around and do a little bit of everything. So
Well, that sounds cool.
yeah.
Well, is there anything that I haven't asked or that you thought you wish you would have said, or any last words?
I want to give a big thank you to you for having me, and I really appreciate everything you do for local racing and promoting. Like, this deal here is great, interviewing the drivers, and it gives exposure of us to all the fans that come and watch us every Friday and Saturday night and support us, and it promotes dirt racing, which is what we all want to happen.
Right. Well, you're already doing something right, because this is your first season and you've got fans begging to hear you on an interview. So
well, there's
some fans.
Yep, there's a lot of great people that supported me this year, and
yeah,
I mean, people from this town were traveling to watch me race all the time, and my family, I was dragging them all over creation to watch me drive in circles, and so
that's cool. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time and being willing. Some guys are a little reluctant and nervous about it. We try to make it as painless as possible.
Yeah, well, I had a lot of fun doing it, and I was excited when I got that call. So.
Well, that's cool. I'm glad you were.
Yep. So.
I'm glad you were. Well, thank you for doing this. Thank you for supporting all the racetracks around the area. All the tracks need just as much support as any of the others.
Yep.
And I really wish you a lot of success moving forward, and I hope 26 is as good to you as 25 was.
Well, I sure appreciate it, and I'll be at Charleston a lot this year, and yep. So.
Yeah, that'll be cool. Well, I hope you land a good late model team, and then don't forget about us when you get big and famous.
Well, as soon as I'm done doing that, I'll be back here doing the same thing. So,
all right. Well, thank you to Carter Standerfer, driver of the number 14 Dirt Car Pro Modified. Look for him at any one of 9 racetracks in 2026, and maybe more than 9. He'll be around, and go say hi to him. Say you saw him on YouTube here. Be sure to check out our website. We have a new website. It's called thecharlestonspeedway.com. We had to get away from the one that we had, so our new website into the foreseeable future is going to be thecharlestonspeedway.com. Our schedule is also posted on Facebook, internet, and My Race Pass. So be sure to check that out. Thanks for joining. Hit the likes, subscribe, and share. I think those are all the things.
Yep.
That way you won't miss any of our content. We've got some others that we're going to do. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great day.